here joined by the squad. And unlike before, it's the full squad. Everyone's here. Or we're back at full power. We even have D3 here chilling, being perceived. You know the vibes. And last we left off here, we had quite the predicament, as for the first time I can remember in a campaign, which gave me headaches in our time off, that we had we had people in not only two different places, but two completely different cities, with no reasonable bridge between you guys. You guys are on foot 17 days away from each other, approximately. Actually, no, you wouldn't be. You'd be a lot closer than that. But you would be several days of travel away from each other if you were to try to meet up non-magically, I'll say, because we know shenanigans are coming. Um, but yeah, at the end, well, last session was certified crazy, as we got our a claret order running, and this portal that Alsus was kind of dealing with and trying to understand landed up being a huge trigger point. Like, landed up be a trigger, like a loaded gun that I was waiting the whole session for somebody to pull, and and being that we saw what happened, Mordai, leader of the Seekers, the rogue group of Claret Order members, is now uh, dwelling among the fine folk at the Trial Forge, along with Alsa's, who is currently gathering help from the friends she made along the way on the Trial Forge, and an unconscious James, who broke out of prison and caught hands for his bravery.
Why, Val?
Meanwhile, back in the Fire Giant's lair in Mount Mentiri, the rest of our squad facing off with a group of Claret Order members, Blood Hunters, who have seen their leader run through a portal magically commanded to do so, have drawn arms to take up against the remainder of the exploding kobolds in the group. And that's where we will start. As they draw their swords and are ready and are not in a mood to talk, I need everybody who's still in this room, who will be Dick, Reinhardt, and Navi, to roll initiative. D's, you also roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Okay, I got 15. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to get down? Right. Goodbye.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
This man just came in here, just burst in the door.
Awesome.
Now he won't leave.
What have you done?
Okay. Sorry, there are a lot of initiatives to roll.
I imagine.
I believe the count was 5 or 6 by the end of it, because there were 9 of them, and a few of them ran in. So 2 of them, there were 9 of them. Started out with 9. 2 of them were at their camp, and one of them
Yes.
is currently unconscious in prison.
Yeah.
More died, yeah, as well. Yeah. So it would be 6, because Mordai is not included in the 9. So you are staring down 6 well-trained blood hunters in this, and I should definitely get that sheet up.
Is that a Gouda tee that you wear?
No, no, but I have one. And I have a hoodie, and a couple of my students gave me some Good Time gear. I was like, still not changing
No.
your grade, though.
No.
I was
Papa's
like, I love
wearing.
this.
No, Papa's wearing a tee that has Gouda on.
What?
Oh,
See, I can't see.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
okay. We are
Eat
ready.
it.
See, your name was covering up.
Okay. Start of initiative. At the top of the round, one of them will go. uh, they rolled a nat 20 and have better decks. One of
And
them
have what?
has better decks. Yeah. Rolls were all over the place, but yeah, 24 total. Yeah. Was it? Okay. This.
Oh,
All right. Yeah. This blood hunter draws 2 blades out from his waist, just comes rushing in. There's a very enclosed area. There's not a lot of places to go. There's really nowhere to hide in here either. It's a big room, considering like it is the fire giant's basically bedroom. So there is wiggle room, but as everyone was pretty much crowded around this portrait, no one's really far. Or everyone's pretty much just, I can get to you in one turn if I need to. So identifying that it was Navi who magically commanded his person, his leader, to go through, he will immediately direct his attention towards Navi, rush him down, and he will take one shot with one slice with each of his swords.
wait, where is that?
That is a 16 to hit and an 18 to hit. D's, you're not in the room yet.
Okay, I was saying,
We were getting this.
no!
You're gonna charge in, but we were not in the room at the moment yet. They
Sorry,
both hit.
buddies.
They both hit. Okay. We will copy. You take 11 points of slashing damage, and as a bonus action, he's going to look over at Reinhardt, and you're going to see his eyes start to bleed as they start coming down. His eyes go gray, pupils gone, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
That's just nasty.
10.
10. Okay, cool. Your speed is reduced to 0, and you're unable to take reactions. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. Copy. So that'll be his turn. Next is Reinhardt.
All right, so who's the closest to me, enemy-wise?
So here, these guys were all pretty much like lined up single file. So they're all, I would say you guys were all pretty crowded. So there's no more than 30 feet separating all of you in here at the moment, as the portrait was the center of attention and everyone was pretty much gathered here to get a closer look at it, to understand what the hell was going on. The person who would have been the furthest back would have been the person that was just scrying a whole bunch. But even then, they're still within your range. If you're talking about ranged attacks, you obviously can't move.
All right, I'm gonna chaos bolt the guy that did the bleeding eye thing at me.
Awesome, yeah. So yeah, give me a roll.
19.
19 will hit.
Gonna take 7 lightning damage.
7 lightning damage. You got it. Is that it? Awesome.
Do literally nothing else. No preparation for this.
That's so great. So next will be a second blood hunter who will see that you are under the effects of the blood maledict, and he will go and try to attack you, Reinhardt. He also reveals 2 blades, and he will come straight up for you. Yeah, for you. So we got attacks. We got a 16 and a 24.
16. That's my armor class. So that still hits, right?
Yeah, meets it, beats it.
All right, yeah, they both hit.
You're going to take 14 points of slashing damage. Okay. That's gonna be, and actually, as his bonus action, he's gonna look over at Navi. Make me a strength saving throw.
Oh god.
my god. Higher than 10.
You have 0 speed and can no longer take reactions until. Oh, by the way, give me another strength saving throw, Reinhardt, for to see if you could break it.
24.
Yeah, you're no longer under the effects. Okay, and that'll be his turn. Next will be Dick.
He's gonna take out. He's gonna look. The second dude that hit was
What exactly are you asking?
Oh no! He's just gonna look at the second dude that hit.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
He's gonna take out the dagger. Go range mode.
Yeah, you got it.
He's gonna say, "It could die."
All right, roll me some attacks. Are you going reckless?
Wreck.
All right, roll attacks with advantage. Second guy that attacked. Copy.
And then I am going.
What were the hits? I'm not getting the number.
You're not getting.
Okay, I got the number now. Yeah, so that definitely hits. It's 8 points of damage.
I'm going to. Is there another guy nearby me?
Yeah, they're all like kind of just in a single file row right next to you. No one's here as far. You can pretty much get to anyone you want.
I want to try. I want to try to shove someone.
Yeah, you can try that. Yeah, for sure.
I want to shove to prone.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there are kind of like nameless people, so it's harder to distinguish them. But
So I'm gonna
Blood Hunter.
There's death.
Blood Hunter A, Blood Hunter 1 through 6.
So I hit 1.
You hit Blood
I'm
Hunter
going
2. Yeah.
Well,
You hit
Blood
1,
Hunter,
which is Blood Hunter 2. Yeah, we're here.
Blood Hunter 2, and then I'm going to shove prone him to the ground, and that's
Absolutely.
athletics. That's athletics with advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage on it. Yes, you do. And they will be rolling athletics. Okay. Uh, beat a 9. Oh yeah, yeah. He's super on the floor. Like, he is 100% just on the floor.
I'm gonna go for the. It's gonna look like a dragon.
Yeah. Just you bitch. Nah. All right. Yeah, you got that. That's both your attacks. So, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Blood Hunter 3 is going to rush up to you, seeing you're the first one to retaliate, and will attempt. I'm gonna say he's gonna have to pass by Reinhardt to do so. So, Reinhardt, you could get an attack of opportunity on him as he passes by. Navi doesn't have reactions, so people would just be like, excuse me, permiso.
So for reactionary attacks, I just roll an attack or to hit.
Yeah, attack with a weapon, yeah.
Ooh, natural 20.
I just
Okay.
spit on
What just roll me damage. I'll calculate it.
15.
13, 8, copy. All right. And same business. He's just gonna roll two attacks on you, Dick. As that's not very plus ultra of him. So first one's a natural 1, and the second one's a 19. So I assume the 19 hits. So I'm just gonna roll damage, and you could take your nice chip. Oh my god! You could take after reducing the damage, you take 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 points.
Whoa.
And for your bonus action, just for the hell of it, give me a strength saving throw. As he's gonna poke you and just like look you in your eye and see if there's anything you can do here.
That's normal roll, not event.
You have advantage on saving throws as well for strength, so it'd be with advantage as well. Okay, you passed. Undoubtedly, you kind of fucking passed. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So that's his turn. We move down, and it is okay. Not initially in this encounter, as she was not part of any of this exploration. We will hand wave it so that I don't have to do a flashback for the entirety of this thing. But you have put together where your friends are somehow, some way.
The power of
Our
friendship.
friendship.
The power of friendship and the fact that there was a lot of these guys entering the place, so there were a lot of feet to follow here. You on your initiative run into the door seeing this happen, and we will just pluck you in nice and perfectly. There you go. As Deez sees not all of her friends, but some of them fighting against a very, very shady group of looking individuals. You can immediately see the iconography, everything that's going on there, the emblems. You know this is Claret Order stuff. You can see it's just clear. Yeah, you can clear by no. Yeah, vibe check is you guys have fought pretty bad blood hunters before. You guys have befriended good blood hunters before. This is definitely the bad variety. You gotta go. You see Navi just frozen still to a certain extent, like not moving. There's blood coming down from 3 of these guys' eyes so far. And the other 2 are kind of just vibing. You don't really know Reinhardt, but you're just like, he seems to be fighting them. So it is what it is. Yeah. And you come in. You are a monk. You are fast as fuck, boy. And because of that, you can run up and fight whoever you want. There is currently one of each on each of your companions. and then there are 3 that are free that haven't gone yet.
I want to get the one that is close to Navi.
You can definitely do that.
I just want to run up,
Yeah.
unarmed strike. Let me do it
Yeah.
the first time.
Give me the attack. Take it a step at a time as Deez comes rolling in, just like
Wait.
not even stopping
That
in
was a rough
stride,
one.
just curving and hitting the cut.
There we go. 24.
24 definitely hits. Roll me damage.
I rolled damage first by accident. Does that still count?
Yes.
That was 5.
Yes. So yeah, you will take. Yeah, he will get smoked by the 5 points of damage as he's there. You just punch him in the face. Some of the blood from his eyes kind of just like goes onto your fists. Just
And I'm going to do it again. Like, this is disgusting. I'm going to do
Yep.
it again.
Absolutely, do it again.
20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Just came in.
Got
Pop, pop.
So
Yeah.
with my crusher, would I use that before or after?
It's
Or
after
during?
you hit. It's after you hit. So you could do it after you hit. So you can like, for narrative sake, you come in, punch once, you come back with the second punch, but you follow through with it and you carry his body 5 feet over. And also keep in mind you are an open hand monk, so we still have all that kind of shenanigans that you could do
punch sickles.
alongside that stuff.
About to start stunning people. People about to get knocked out. Just
You want to
gonna
know
start stabbing people.
You want to know what's funny? They're regularly called the worst class in the game. I could explain it to you, but we'd have to do math. They get a lot of utility stuff. They get a lot.
See, it's perfect because I don't know math. So
Yeah. I don't know because I don't read. I love them. They're my favorite class. I don't give a fuck where they rank.
I want to look at Navi and everybody else like, "What's up, guys?" And Mousecue just pops up.
Oh,
Commander Mousecule. It's like when somebody returns, like none of the shining lights came for Deez when she popped in, but as soon as Mousecule, like you saw like the mousy hand come up her shoulder, it was just like a sun was rising behind him, but it's just like the molting wall behind him, just the scale of it as Mousecule just goes above, sees people, and then calmly goes right back down. Not my time to come. This is big people problems. Yeah, so you pop, you have your bonus action, which you can do a bunch of stuff because you are monkeying around here.
Hold up. About to use them key points.
Don't worry. By the way, for James and Alsa, when we reach initiative 0, we will switch perspective and see what you guys are doing. So we're gonna switch back and forth because this combat actually might take a little bit.
Okay. Quick
So
question. All right.
that's how
it's-
we're gonna slice it.
Okay. My bonus action, the plan is to use the key point to do flurry of blows.
2 more unarmed strikes.
Yeah, to the person. I'm assuming there's one to the left or one to the right.
There is absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the left. I'm gonna go with the left.
Okay, sure.
Come on. 22. Wait, does it hit that one?
That hits, yeah.
Yes. Okay, 5. Let's
5.
do it again.
Copy.
Ooh, 23. That definitely has to hit.
Yeah.
And 6.
Any open hand stuff that you're planning to do?
I forgot them, and I don't have my cheat sheet up yet, so I'm gonna say
All right, just say no by the time we come back. Just have it up, I guess,
yeah.
because you have like a bunch of like saving throws you can do for them, like force them out of position and things like that. You know, real like traditional martial arts shit, which is why open hand is literally my favorite monk, because it's the most basic, simple, but it gets the job done. Like,
You need just 2 hands.
all you need is 2 hands and intent.
If you believe hard enough.
If you believe in if you believe in your left hand that believes in your right hand, you could do anything. You also have your fancy knuckles, by the way.
Oh, I forgot about that.
would you? You spent so much time trying to get
I've been gone since August.
Yeah, I've been gone since August. Yes.
Holy shit. There's
Since
no way.
August. That
Yeah.
was summer. It is now winter.
No. You were going for those so hard. remember
the
that
whole
one
season.
thing.
Wasn't a lot of playing. October, November were rough. Just a lot happening. A lot of stuff falling on Saturdays.
All right. I'm good for now.
Awesome. Cool. So after you, it's the Blood Hunter you just hit. with your flurry of blows. So
Hey, bro, come at me.
so that guy's gonna come out and he's gonna hit you, D's. With his two swordos.
Ah,
That's a 24 to hit
Oh God, that did hit.
and a 22 to hit.
Okay, that hit me. That's cool. What else?
And you can take 10 points of slashing damage from that.
I forgot that I am. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I almost put my HP down to 10.
Hey, if you wish to do that, I won't
Nah, I'm
stop it.
good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, he is, for the shits and giggles of it, give me a strength saving throw. as you see blood come down his eyes.
Yes, it's the +3 I hit, right? I got 8.
It's a saving throw, so I don't know if you get
Oh, okay.
more
Yes.
or
Yeah.
you definitely get more. Yeah.
Ooh, 12.
Okay, you fail. So, so you are currently unable to move and you cannot take reactions until you pass the save, which you can do at the end of your turns. So yeah. Okay. Navi, your turn. Can't move, but you have your actions and your bonus actions are all up and ready to go. Yeah, I would say, yeah. I'd say they started out on a line and they've kind of like scattered off. So the 4 blood hunters that have gone already have kind of all initiated with each of you. That's happened. So there's 2 kind of like still in that same static line that it is, while other people have kind of just like parted the Red Sea, but still are in rather close range. Yeah, so they wouldn't be in a perfect line anymore. Right in front of you. Directly in front. Sweet. What does he need to make? Wisdom 15. Okay. 16. Sure. Yeah. Chum- 10 points. Every point counts. Okay. Awesome. But bonus action. It's at the end of your turn. So if it's ending, you can make your strength saving throw. Okay, yeah. So like in your mind, you're never really close to the front line. So the fact that like you are staring directly at the blade is like your instinct tells you to move, but your feet just won't go. That's a failure. You're still under the effects. Nothing. Nothing. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So we just have 2 more blood hunters for this initiative. Actually, 3. Okay. So one is going to run up to Reinhardt and the other is going to run up to Dick, and they're going to start slashing you guys up. First rolls are for Reinhardt. It's a 11 and a 25.
25 hits.
You could take 5 points of slashing damage. And for Dick, 2 hits to you. That's a 19 and a 24 to hit. Yeah. And that is 17 points of slashing damage reduced to 8.
Dang.
Rage is crazy. Rage is crazy. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. That's the end of our first round of combat here. And with that, we will switch perspective as our camera just clips over to what is a way more frantic trial force than usual. Yeah, so if you if you were in the other initiative, it's probably if there's a time to like use the bathroom or something, it'd probably be now because we're doing a whole scene here in between because you guys are you guys are definitely have less to do today, but it's probably the more interesting stuff. um, Alsis, last we left off with you. What is it that you were doing here?
We just kind of, I think we the hallway because
Yes.
James got out of the cell. Valor found him, I think, in the hall. Then the rest of us showed up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then Groon was like getting people ready, and I asked Nessa to heal.
Yes. That okay. That is all. James is messed up. Groon has shifted to a demeanor and just his body language is not what it's always been. He's always practiced this disciplined kind of look. Like he's intimidating naturally just because of his stature and his rank. But now seeing him, he in a more aggressive tone, he is legitimately terrifying.
Open. I don't remember if I made a joke.
Yeah, his eye open. He has like glassy eyes because he is blind, but his eyes are open wider. His body language is shifted. He looks like more ready for combat. You've already seen him choke somebody out. That's what happened in the last session. Somebody else got teleported here, instantly got destroyed, and so he's on high alert, saying everybody got to get ready. Like security here is compromised, and anyone who, and he like specifies he's like, if the students are not ready for real combat, tell them to wait in the dorms. Everybody else, every abled person within here has to take up arms. We don't know what's happening. For James, Nessa runs to get somebody to one of the priests. It will be our friend Rupert, who one of the head priests will be like, yeah. As this is so fast paced. You could tell it's a bit sloppy in how it's getting causes. This never really happens. They don't ever have to deal with this because who would have the audacity to break the walls, like kind of thing. And he will heal you for 16 points.
16.
Yeah, actually I rolled the wrong die for that. My bad. My bad. I have a bunch of dice in front of me. $19 points of healing as he injects you with a level 3 cure wounds. Just like a defibrillator, it just shocks you. As you could see the Stormlord's energy courses as this electrical current comes out from his hand and jolts James awake.
Look around the room. Who's in the room?
You are currently in the sand pit. You're in the room with the sand pit in the trial forge. Currently, the Dawn Marshal Groon is standing over you, giving orders to people, mostly like nameless people you would not know, are here. As you see, Alsa's right in front of you, and as in the middle of this, you can see Alsa's is kind of trying to explain the situation to him while he's doing it. So his ears are going in multiple directions. Nessa's doing her best to kind of channel traffic as it is what she does. She has a clipboard in her hand. She's just like, we gotta go. You gotta figure it out. As you can see, people with intent and people in armor manning positions and leaving to go out to the courtyard from several ways. So there's a lot to process in the moment that you wake up.
Well, where's
Okay.
Val?
We'll get to that in a moment. You ever heard something too loud when you just wake up and your ears are kind of like ringing?
Yeah, it's overstimulating, so you're very disoriented by it.
So like in a second, James
Yeah.
just kind of focuses in and thinks, where am I right now? How far am I from where I teleported from? And how far am I from Ormond Haas?
And those three things, because you are very high intelligence, which means you could process information very fast, comes to you almost immediately. You're into Trial Forge, you're into Dash, you're several days journey away from where you were when you went through. And where are you from Ormond Haas? You're pretty much on the other side of Zadash from Ormond Haas. But you are
Okay,
in the same city as him.
that's good. Okay,
As,
gonna
as
stand.
Yeah, as soon as Nessa sees you wake up, she just like yanks you up to an upright position.
Whoa, Nessa, Jesus, that's okay. This is what we're doing today. All right.
Yeah. And she doesn't even wait. She does it like in stride, and then she runs out with the rest of the group to the courtyard.
I'm gonna step beside Alsus that's in front of the Dawn Marshal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until until he could pay attention to the guy in front of him, because I know his attention's all over the place. I'm just kind of like,
You wait some seconds, and you realize that's never gonna happen. If you want his attention, you're gonna have to claim it.
sir, I think if Alsus hasn't explained it, I'm here because of a weird portal, and so are the people that are coming.
He would be like, the portal. Do you have a way to close the portal from here?
It's been closed, apparently, or at least I think so. I hope, because if we're on high alert, right? He seemed before I went into the portal, it seemed like he figured out what was going on. That they who could walk through the portal could go to, though they who hold the portal could take anyone to where they think they should be. Also,
Did the portal close after I kind of just backwards dropped into it?
He
yes,
did.
he reopened it.
He reopened it. So there's somebody on the other side of the portal with the key to open it, is what you're saying.
Needs fire.
Not only do I think that there's somebody on the other side of the portal that has the key, I believe since their men are here, he's probably here himself. And that portal is closed. We have another group of us, or the other half of us, 4 of us, that's more than half actually, back in place, because I don't actually know the name of the mountain of
It's Mount Mentiri.
off in Mount Mentiri,
Come on.
fighting some blood of the Claret Order. With that said, I'll be right back. I think I have a way to get them here. And I'm gonna start walking away.
All right, you
Are
start walking.
okay?
You start walking away. You see Mop Guy pass by as he's kind of disoriented by this. He's just like, "What's going on?" And you see Groon just pull him to the side. He's like, "If it's true that the Claret Order is here, find Steadfast." And he goes off. What are you guys doing in this moment? You're walking off, James. What are you doing, Alsus?
I'm gonna. Did Groon or anyone got like anyone down to the cell? If that's the case. Wait, did James say that think someone else is down in the cell?
He said he could presume that they. I believe he said like they probably used it. If there are people here, then there's probably more people than you've seen. I think that's what James's point was trying to be. It's like, hey, it's more than what you've seen. Which
So
in
I think
yeah.
I tell Groon.
couldn't hear any of that.
Me, one other person or more, cell to check it out. Could be me and Groon or me and someone else. Trial.
Okay.
Got that? Hopefully.
Yeah, got all of that. Rune is going. Let's roll me a d20.
Just
Just raw. The rawest of d20s.
lagging. It's gonna take a bit.
That's fine.
$15. Who do I get?
Yeah, that's what the roll was for. It's who do you get? With a 15, as James runs on the other direction, you're talking to him as he's like going out to the courtyard himself to kind of just spread and see. As you know, this courtyard is fucking huge. It's everywhere. It's just the quad. Like, is where everyone's kind of just moving around. You can see that people have kind of quickly taken up on the roofs of places where you could see people looking outward to make sure that there are no other people kind of trying to breach the entry points. And in the midst of that, far in the distance, you'll see people like Silrook up there with with his people on the far corner. And as people are passing by, he's like, "Yeah, the guard. Valor is there, but he's there alone." Passing by, you see a young man, no taller than 5'4", in a running outfit, running up to you as you see the silhouette of Roy Hambasi running towards you, and you see Groon just points, and he's like, "Go with her," as you two will jet to accompany Valor on the in the prison grounds, which will be not too far from here. Nothing is incredibly deep.
Yeah.
James and Alice, give me perception checks.
The bad rolls continue.
It's only the warm up. It's only the warm up.
What the fuck? I got a 7.
Okay, so at the minimum, as you are like standing, as you guys are pretty much located in the center of what would be this establishment, to the left corner, which would be like to the far corner, almost facing towards the edge of the city itself, you will hear like because this is like the floor of information. I was wondering how much detail I could get out of you for this, or you do hear like a big bang coming from the left side of this place. What you do know is that the prison is on the opposite side of of this establishment, so you're not exactly informed on what's happening here.
Regardless, I hear a loud noise. I'm gonna stop.
Stop. Yep.
I'm gonna change direction. I'm gonna tap on my earpiece to call Ormond directly.
Okay. You hear James?
Ormond, I'm in Zadash. This is not good. I was in Mount Mentiri, and this fire giant. There's a picture when one of my parties looked into it, turned into a portal, and then some guy from the Cleared Order showed up with a blood-stained red mace, and I think we're both here in the Trial Forge. I don't know what to do. Assistance may be needed.
Yay. Orvid Haas is like, are you saying there's a vestige in Zadash?
Yes.
All right, James, I need you to listen to me very carefully. And as he says that, he begins to like static out. James, I need you to. Did you hear me? I need you to do that.
No. Ormond, what happened?
Wait.
What's happening?
What? How dare you break into this? And he cuts off.
I
And on that note,
win.
next round of initiative, we will go.
Them?
Yeah, it'll be them. Top of initiative will be.
Bruh, dude, what
Okay.
the?
All right. All right.
Oh, what else?
Cooking with some swords. We cooking with some swords. Yeah. Yeah.
For the urgency, though. Thank you.
As we will begin round 2 of initiative with our Blood Hunter friend, who will take 2 more shots at the immobilized Navi as we go for Blood Hunter 1.
Now is Navi close enough to me?
He is close enough to you, but you can't take reactions.
Damn it!
As that's going to be a 25 and a natural 20. Okay. That becomes a 12. Okay. Yeah. You will take 16 points of slashing damage. As, yeah, that will be. And you will notice that when they're hitting you, that they, once they've struck blood, you could see that there's more of a focus for them once they see blood coming out of you. For a translation, they have advantage on attacks against people who do not have full hit points, which is why they're kind of scoring kind of crazy right now. So yeah, so anyone who has been hit, even everyone who is less than health, 100% will be getting attacked with advantage each time. So just the notice.
That seems rude as fuck.
It happens. Reinhardt, our friend, our hero. You are free to do as you wish in this turn.
There's absolutely nothing. I'm gonna hit the guy in front of me. I'm gonna try to hit the guy in front of me with my +1 great axe.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Oh, 11.
That's a miss.
I'm gonna bonus action surge and hit him with the axe again.
That doesn't take a bonus action. It's a free action.
Well, it doesn't matter either way. I got a natural 1, so.
And you missed, as Reinhardt's not having a good time.
What else can I do? So action surge isn't an action, so
Action surge is a free action to do. Like, it doesn't
Oh.
take any action economy, so it doesn't take a bonus action to activate. So you still have your bonus action at this point.
all right. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm done.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, Blood Hunter and Reinhardt. The Blood Hunter dose. Say 12 to hit. Actually, no, I'm lying. They're attacking with advantage. So 21 to hit on the first one, and a 14 to hit on the second one.
First one hits.
Okay. 5 points of slashing. Yeah. He's just chopping you down. Chop down the fucking 10-foot tall person because you look fucking nuts right now. All right, Dick Blood, your turn. You got a guy who is on the floor in front of you. Yeah.
I'm going to the guy. There's one dude on Navi, right?
There is one dude on Navi, yeah.
I'm gonna could I reach to him?
You'll take an attack of opportunity, but you can get there.
Oh, I'll get an attacking opportunity on the guy hitting Navi.
No, they will get an attack because you'll be moving out of their range to go to Navi.
So I'm gonna focus on the dude in my range.
Yeah, you got it. Don't worry.
And I'm gonna take a hit. Dagger.
Dagger copies. Big copies. I'm assuming reckless.
Yes.
Yeah. There's telling them that telling you that they have advantage on all attacks against you means that like there's no point to not reckless every turn. It's not like they're gonna give you super duper advantage, which I should make a thing. Now they roll 3d20 and take the highest. roll me some attacks. That hits. Okay.
And on the same dude, I'm gonna go for another dagger.
Okay.
And the way how it's gonna look is the first stab.
Mm-hmm.
The first stab in them.
Yeah.
I'm going to twist it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go for a divine smite.
Ooh. Okay. That's fun. I like that.
How did this happen?
Oh, that he's a full-grown paladin.
That's a dagger, and then that's a
Yeah, I need a dagger to hit. For the second hit. This is with advantage. Yeah. That will miss. 12 is not it. 12 will not get the job done here. All right, so that's your action. Both of your attacks.
could I take back my divine?
No.
So the thing about divine smite is you can only use it once you hit, so you don't waste it until you actually hit it. So I would actually tell you to wait until you hit your attack before you call it.
I remember you told me
Yeah,
that.
yeah, because it's an on-hit thing, which is great because it means if you get a crit at any point, you could be like, I divine smite my crit, and you just double divine smites
Yeah,
damage as well. So yeah, it's very fun like that. Okay, so those are your actions. You have bonus action left. I don't know if you want to do anything.
I'm gonna spit at the dude in front.
You spit at him thoroughly. Okay. Yeah, that guy's gonna come and we're looking at. Okay, so we're looking at Blood Hunter 3, who will kind of chase after you. As you well, actually no, you still with him. Yeah, so he's gonna attack you. 2 attacks. First one's a 22 to hit. So it's a 22 and a 16 to hit. How are we feeling? Okay, I assume they both hit.
Yeah.
You take 3 points of damage after the drop off, as these guys are kind of just like bouncing off of you at this point. That's gonna be that guy's turn. Next will be D's.
All right. Close I do it.
You are currently unable to move, but you can like move your feet, but you can still hit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's a guy still standing in front of you that's wailing on Navi. Navi's looking fucked up right now.
Yeah, I'm about to beat that dude's butt with thoughts and prayers.
I see it. Yeah, I see you.
Doing
I
it.
see you. You're valid. You're seen. I value you. I respect you. You're seen.
Well, my thoughts and prayers, does that count as it can't be unarmed strike because then I wouldn't be unarmed. So that would be
So it's damage that gets added on to your unarmed strike.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, yep. Let's go.
Okay, so the 22 will hit. Okay.
4 plus 1d4 radiant or psychic. So 1d4.
Yeah. What are you choosing?
Oh, a psychic.
Okay.
Roll.
Okay. Awesome. So, yeah. This like almost like purplish, close to like translucent purplish glow takes to your arm as you just crack them. That's your first hit.
And I'm going to do it again for the second one, but this time I'm going to use radiant. 20?
Wow.
20 hits, yeah.
Yes. Get them. Okay, 5 plus 2. 7. Right? Yeah, 5.
Okay.
7.
Not looking too good, but still up.
Okay, okay. And for
But
my,
bonus action. This is where you really get the options. Like,
I was about to say for my bonus action.
hitting is standard. It's the bonus action where you go, huh? How do I finagle this one up a little bit?
So wait, my bonus action cannot be another unarmed strike, can it?
It can. Yeah, it can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that again then.
So all right. So your bonus action can either be one unarmed strike, or you could use a key point for two unarmed strikes. It's one or the other,
Ooh.
and you have to call that before you take the first one.
Yeah, how many key points I got? I got 7 left. Yeah, that's great. Let's use a key point. We doing this.
Absolutely. So give me two more unarmed strikes.
Oh God, no, that was in that one.
So that is
No.
super failure. Other one?
16?
Just hits.
Ooh! Woo!
Okay.
And getting that 8.
Okay.
And now,
Are you
I'll save it.
using your D4 for this?
Nah, I'm gonna save it. I only got. Hold on, wait. 8 minus 2. I got that what's left.
6 charges left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you got to recharge.
save it.
Okay. If that's the case, he's still up.
Oh God damn it! I tried, Navi. I tried.
He's at what do they call it? What do the young kids call it? Death's door. that's the kids like to refer to it
You
as.
left him on a pixel. No.
Yeah.
It's at the top, so I know 6 left.
We have Bloodhunter 4, who will attack D's.
Oh, okay, let's come through, bro.
By the way, give me that strength saving throw at the end of the turn.
Sweet
to
baby
see if you-
Jesus. Nat 20.
It
26.
failed. It failed.
What? It's a nat 20 though.
I know you're good. You're fine. Don't believe
Oh,
me. Duh.
I was about to cry. Like I quit.
Yeah.
Like,
you're
if
gonna,
that doesn't work, we all just that's
you're
it.
gonna lie. You're gonna lie. The DC's 14. Like,
So I just wasted that.
no, it trust me. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Getting your reactions, the fact that you have Sentinel could be very relevant coming up. But you will take 2 hits. Let's see if they hit you. First one is a 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Second one is a 20 to hit.
They both got me.
You could take 12 points of slashing damage.
Damn.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
You know what? It wouldn't be a real campaign if I wasn't almost close to death, so it's cool.
Yeah, welcome back.
Oh. I have that.
Next up, Navi. Not looking too good at all. Yes, there is, considering the angles here, the 2 people who are on Reinhardt would be standing behind him in like further distance, but you could edge out a line with them. Okay. What kind of save is this? Dex save. Awesome. First guy gets a 16. Second guy gets a 15.
Damn it.
The third guy, who is the guy right in front of you, whether he passes or fails, he is completely blown up, as he had 3 hit points left. So, so as your lightning bolt comes out, the guy immediately in front of you just goes. It just sizzles, just full, completely, and it continues to go. And I need, yeah, that's the roll. So they'll take 16 apiece. And that would be okay. Awesome. Actually, that's pretty relevant damage, to be quite honest. Yeah. So you are free At the end of your turn, after the lightning bolt comes out, you can feel the tension, like the blood tension that was like in your body, that was like weighing you down, like almost swelling your body up. Feels very uncomfortable. Kind of just sees and come down. And you're just like, oh shit. All right, I want to learn that. Is that something we get with Hemocraft? Is that a thing that we do?
Oh,
But yeah, you are free from that. And I can erase somebody from the initiative as top initiative. Top initiative Poppy's gone as we say goodbye to Blood Hunter 1.
goodbye.
All right.
H1.
So Blood Hunters 5 and 6 will be on Dick and Reinhardt respectively. So 24 and 24 for Reinhardt. Oh boy, not good.
Oh no.
15 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
And then for Dick, it is going to be a 19 to hit and a 25 to hit. And you will take 6 points of slashing damage after your resistances. As you nice chip. And with that, that is the end of our second round of initiative. So we will zoom back at the Trial Forge as James was going to do something.
I'm sprinting.
Where are you sprinting to?
Orman Haas, that would be his Hall of Erudition, I believe it was called.
Inspiration. for remembering. Hall of Erudition. Yes. Getting there on feet will take forever. I'm just gonna put you there. Say that.
Something to help me get there faster. Francisco? Question mark?
Wasn't there like a magical you guys had?
What
Oh,
the
yeah.
map? Yeah, that was in old Rex.
That was a Rex feature. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So you're trying to leave the Trial Forge area, is basically what you're saying. You're trying to get the fuck out of here.
I'm trying to beat feet all the way the fuck up out of here.
Okay. So there's no good way to do it. You'll have to go around to the front entrance and run past all the bodies who are kind of just like manning every exit and everything. They don't care if you go. You could go if you want, but like there's like weapons behind you, making sure nobody's like trying to sneak in after. There's people. Everybody's on guard at this point. You will, as you head to the front door and head out the front entrance, the big gates, as always, brings you back to very familiar Zadash area where you've been at a bunch of times. From the left side of the Trial Forge, you see smoke coming up in the air. From the angle that you're at right now, you could be like, there was an explosion over there on the far side. To go to Ormond Haas, you're just abandoning that. Fuck that. They got that. Like, we got to do something. When you begin to like get to that direction, and I would say that you're not caring about a lot of stuff at this point in terms of keeping things civil or anything like that. You will straight up just steal a ride if you have to, and we won't need to roll for anything. You're just gonna do what you got to do. It's very action hero style. Have to commandeer this vehicle, sir. So you find like the rowdiest horse you could find. You kick a motherfucker off, and you just start riding to it. Give me a perception check.
Almost good. Flash of genius. I'm sorry.
Flash of genius. As you're riding through the street with your head kind of like head forward, but your eyes always gazing in the direction of the Hall of Erudition, kind of like keeping yourself focused despite the roads or whatever, keeping your eyes up and forward. You know that going to the Hall of Erudition would take you to the fanciest, most exclusive part of the city. which is alarming if there's a security breach in there with that type of magical power involved. You see, as you get closer, you hear commotion coming from behind the gated community of the it escapes me, but the fancy part of Zadash. As you like reach that gate, there's that guard that's like, "Is your name on the list, sir?" He's not there. Usual guy's not there. There's no one manning the gated community at the moment. And you kind of just ride in. You could hear a bigger commotion as you get. This is where like your 14 on your check will come in. You can hear commotion in this area as all these privileged fucking people who have no idea how to handle any type of adversity in their life are all of a sudden sprung into what looks to be a Dragon Ball Z style fight as you are heading upon the Hall of Erudition, and you do see Ormid Haas in the air, currently flying, fighting off what looks to be a flying Warforged. And a very, very, very familiar robotic individual, Stalmust.
One hand on my chest. Cure wounds at 2nd level.
As it is going down, and you could see this 1v2 is happening, and Ormid is more than holding his own in this moment. Just completely like firing and dodging. There's poetry in motion watching him just kind of magically evade all that's happening around him. Give me another perception check.
There we go. We're back.
While those are the things that catch your eye up there, the Hall of Erudition has a lot of movement and sound coming from it too. There's still more stuff going on within the hall itself. So you can hear commotion, just loud noises, and your mind goes back to like that very neat marble kind of outlook of the Hall of Erudition. And the fact is, you're probably not going to go in and see it in that same position. What are you doing in this moment? Because then we got to cut the horses.
I'm gonna get off the horse, pull out my gun, and start walking inside.
Okay, you start walking inside. The battle that you see going on in here is one that you've probably feared since the Hupperduke extraction. Warforged, crowding the Hall of Erudition everywhere, fighting against mages, and you knowing that constructs of this level are usually immune to a lot of effects that the magical community that typical mages can usually inflict. We're talking like charmed and things like that. The usual go-tos for mages to defend themselves against physical combat are a lot of times just rendered almost not useless, but it's hampered by this. So you see them using a lot of conjuration, a lot of just straight up blasting magic to go as the inside, even though I would say the structure is very finely made, there is fighting going on everywhere. You do see bodies. You see Warforged skeletons. You see mages in Cerberus assembly robes on like all levels, and like the guiding staircase that pulls out is currently pulled out at the moment. There are bodies draped over it, going into Ormid Haas's office. Also going downstairs into almost like seeping into every place within the halls. And this is not a small place. You've only been to one place in it, but this is a huge building going on. So there's a lot happening in front of you at the moment. I would say you can choose to help the mages here if you wish, or you could, or if you would like to go further, you can give me an investigation check.
I would like to say, before I do my investigation
Yeah.
check, before I go further, you said they used conjuration and abjuration?
Well, I'm saying that the mages are using what would be like evocation, conjuration, like whatever it is to be like offensive spells, like not utility spells. They're doing everything because it feels like, because you know how robots work, and you know
Yeah.
that a lot of robots like can't be charmed, can't be paralyzed, can't be, you know that that's it. So if a lot of these mages who are mostly like studying, right, like not really combat mage, even though there's a war torn place. If this was Rectantrum, they'd be way more war ready. But this is a dash, so this is more of an educational unit than anything else. They're competent physically, or they're competent damage wise, but they're not like the top of the top that you would have found, let's say, in the Solstice Academy over in Rexentrum, which they're basically trained to eventually be fucking mage soldiers. So, like, at their certain point. So you're seeing these mages are kind of outmatched by these warforged. You guys have encountered the warforged before. You know that they
Yeah.
are no tough, like they're no walk in the park. And back then you only encountered one. You've so far, it just from opening the door, you see six here. Not all alive. I would say currently two of them are standing, fighting against five mages that are just like pelting it. But you could see that they're, even though it looks like they have the numbers game, you feel like that might dwindle very soon unless more people come.
Doesn't look like more people's coming because what I'm sitting with in my head is these Warforged are the distraction. This is clearly a distraction in front of me, but there's stuff deeper. I could help them, but I could also lose what's going on over there. I don't want to lose what's going on over there, but they need some help.
Considering this is Zadash and the commotion is happening with a lot of the more important people around, you can assume that more help will come. And you could assume that there will be backup. You don't know the quality of that backup. Because if it's a guard unit, then it might as well be nobody.
Okay, so I guess the call out before I do my investigation. We're gonna need some more heavy hitters. Yeah, they got a martial weapon, right? Something. Get a club, a bat, a great axe, great sword, something. Paladin, hell. All right.
You know what? For the sake of, give me a persuasion check. Let's see if you could will some help for them into existence. All right, cool. A paladin
17.
is on his way. Don't worry. big beefy. Just gonna pull up with the.
Whoa!
So give me an investigation check.
All right.
This long, sprawling, epic movie of you don't see anything.
I would like to use inspiration, sir.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get held back by that natural one.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna use
Flash of
Flash of
Genius.
Genius again. I have one left
That's a
today.
19. There's a trail. There's more of action and a trail going downwards. So like under, like to the basement of this place. You feel like there's more activity there, as if there was an intent there, using your deductive abilities. So you would know that if you want to figure out what the fuck is at the center of this, you might want to go downstairs.
Mm-mm.
And as you go
Done.
downstairs, our camera flips. Alsa's back at the trial forge. I appreciate your service. Alsa's back at the trial forge. You are,
I saw James.
yeah. You saw, well, from what you see in terms of like passage of time, you just saw James run off.
You'll hear what I said. I just care.
Yeah, you and Roy run up to the prison. Before
Valor
you,
with me or-
what happened?
Is Valor with me? I thought he.
I think after he would have dropped James off, he would have just went back to his
Oh yeah,
position.
never mind.
Yeah, because he just, you want to see a dead body, and then he just like went back. And as you're walking, well, I wouldn't say walking, as you're pretty much sprinting, you and Roy are sprinting up to this prison. You do see Valor not doing so well. As there was a sign of a struggle here, and you see Valor kind of sitting unconscious, up against the door to the entrance of the prison, with like an impale wound on his chest, as he's bleeding out, and he's currently unconscious.
Hold up. Is he
He's dying.
dying? Okay, spare the dying, please.
Yeah, you go up to him, you touch him real quick, you spare the dying, and you see the wound, like this gaping wound, um, which you could deduce was done by probably a mace. Um, Closes up. He does not wake up, but he is no longer dying. And as soon as Roy sees that, he runs down the prison to see what happened in there. Um, are you gonna follow him?
Uh, yes. Uh, fuck. Well,
Okay. Okay. You follow him
yes.
down. You guys go down to this prison. They don't have a very sophisticated prison system as we established last time. So there isn't that many cells. This isn't that type of place, but they do have that down there. The guy who was sent here unconscious, the guy who was like put in the prison cell here, um, he's still there, very much unconscious, but you could see the sign of the struggle. You could see the door that James had escaped from that he kind of just like carefully locked behind him again. Blown off the hinges completely, just out of it. It looks completely fucked. Um, but you don't see anybody that shouldn't be here right now. Our guy ain't here. I'll say that. As Roy kind of like does like the bro version of investigating, as in just like looking around for stuff. And he looks at you, he's like, someone's here. We got to find them. If they're walking the grounds, we got to get them. Come on, keep up. And he's just gonna run out. Like any hesitation to respond to him immediately is gonna be taken as wasting of time, and he's just gonna go.
I'm gonna just follow him. Fine, I'll just follow him.
Yeah, you follow him. Once you get back upstairs, and I would say, give me a perception check with advantage, as we'll count that as Roy helping you.
He said
Perception, the looking around check.
looking around.
The I would like to see stuff check.
God.
Okay, 10. You're looking around for signs of anything that might look like a sign of someone who is here that shouldn't be here. Heavy steps. You know the people you were fighting before, so you know if potentially Mordai was here. There's no confirmation that he's here yet, but if he was here, actually, I think you seeing the impale wound would confirm to you that Mordai is
Yes.
here. You
Yes.
know
Fuck.
the leader is here. You can confirm that now. So you know that's who the person that Roy is very enthusiastically chasing after at the moment. As you guys are going in this direction, um, as you're kind of running through the courtyard, it takes you to the church area, like the actual cathedral area. Uh, as I actually do remember the structure of this stuff. But as you're like running into the side entrance of the cathedral, you do see the smoke coming from the opposite end of the.
Him. It was him, wasn't it? Fuck. Fuck. I'll
Now,
go. Yeah.
what are you doing? Are you going to follow Roy into the cathedral to see if there's anything to spot, or are you going to follow to the left, to the left far end side? And just to like really contextualize it, the Trial Forge is almost like near the edge of the city. It's an expansive big block that almost kind of bleeds into the western gate of the city. So coming from the west side, anything that would be like any kind of attack would be theoretically coming from like outside the gates because there isn't much of a population beyond this.
I shout out to Roy, like, you want a good fight before the day of challenge? I think I know where going towards the smoke.
Where are you telling him to go?
We're going to the blast, I think, that we heard.
Yeah, the
From
blast will be like across the courtyard from where you're at, so you'd have to run back over.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a hunch. Gotta go.
Give me a persuasion check. as because he's already here, he is almost like in favor of at the very least checking the cathedral to see if there's something in there. But he trusts your judgment, being that you've encountered the people that you are fighting at this point, and he will follow you now, as you will lead him to the left. Give me another perception check,
Feels like different.
because I feel like I felt like pressing the red button today. So so we are doing the thing. It's a very much a welcome back.
Why are these perceptions trash today? 7.
Okay. So it would be impossible to miss this, but what the perception check will indicate is your inability to react to what you're seeing. You don't catch it fast enough, but you see the people who are kind of outlining the roof of the building, kind of scouting out. You know, you've seen Silrook up there a bunch of times just watching people from the roof. Well, there are a bunch of like roguish, more dexterity based people who are kind of looking over as scouts, and some of them have left to go check out, as they already know. Just the information hasn't been flown to you yet. But another big boom hits the top part of that roof, and you see like some of it crumble. This building just made of marble, completely hard to crack, and you could see like chip pieces come off of it as some of the people get blown back and fall down into the courtyard. As some of these trial force people are gone, you see it coming, but before you can do anything to help them, the blast already hits the radius, hitting you and Roy, as you guys both cover yourselves from the debris of it falling down, and you could see some people. Yeah, you can see some people are just not clean out by that. From the main gate, which will be behind you at this point, you will see Groon from the main gate side, coming from his pit. Groon popping out as he kind of popped into the courtyard to see what was going on, and then he's going to go to make sure that all the facilities are okay, make sure he's checking with everybody who he can, see what's going on. You see him, like, the doors fly open into the courtyard as Groon is fighting a Warforged, just 1v1, as he's just like boom, boom, and the Warforged can't beat him. It's just not happening. Not landing a single hit, as you're watching the Dawn Marshal basically like dodge up, take his head, crush it into the ground, stomp on it, but it's a tank, so it gets back up, and you could see him call back. He's like, ready for the main gate. There's a lot of them here. As you could see like a couple more flood in as like in line. And behind them, a very familiar cloaked figure that we haven't seen in quite a while, as walking through the main gate with intent. Calthroon. So our third round of initiative is going to be as Calthrin walks in, and you know this shit's about to pick up now. I guess before we cut off there, give me an intelligence check, Alsus. Actually, we'll make this religion. Your shield begins to buzz once you see the presence of this man. Buzzes uncontrollably. Your connection with your shield and your god in this moment. Seeing him, it would be like a pseudo intelligence check for like general, because it's like you're getting the vibe, this feeling, this greater calling when he comes in. He knows there's a vestige here. It's the only thing that explains it. But at the same time, they must have already been in Zadash for this to be a thing. So it leaves you that idea to ponder on, but you know he wouldn't be here if he didn't know. You know Mordai is here. You, with your 19, believe that they're not working together. Halthrin is here hunting Mordai. And that's how we're going to switch back to the...
There's a plot in a plot? Oh my god.
We begin the top of initiative with Reinhardt as Blood Hunter 1 has been completely dismantled. You currently have 2 Blood Hunters on you at the moment. You can choose to do what you want with that.
So the 2 blood hunters on me, did they get affected by the lightning blast?
They did. They got hit.
All right, who looks more hurt?
Let's see. The one that's been hitting you the most, Blood Hunter 2.
Damn, I'm blood hunter 2. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the great axe.
Okay, yeah. Okay, give me attack roll. That's a hit.
21.
21. 21. What's 10 plus 9?
I'm
20.
gonna, hang on.
6.
Great weapon fighting. Can I reroll that? That's 2 damage. Can I reroll
Yeah, you can reroll the 2. Yeah.
that? Oh, 14. I'm gonna bonus action second wind.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Okay, he is not looking good. After that hit, just fucking shoot him. It kind of feels like that. All right. He goes next. He's gonna take 2 more stabs at you. He's gonna figure out what's going on here, as the first one is a 14 to hit, and the second one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, the 24 hits. I'm just adding my health right now.
That's fine. You take 4 points of slashing.
Gonna add 1 hit point then.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yep.
Because he rolled min damage. Roll the 1 on the die. He's bleeding. He's bleeding, officer. He's bleeding. We're in dire straits here.
Yeah, I hit a 1 on my D10, so I only got 5 hit points, and then 4 to get to only 1 hit point.
Okay. Shit. All right. I haven't been looking at the hit points, so it's a journey for us all. That'd be it. Dick, at 20. You're up next at initiative 20. What do they call Veinty?
How many guys I have in my room?
You have 2 people that are directly on you. They've been like hitting you with squeaky toys this whole time.
I'm gonna take out my steel shield.
Okay, yeah. Take out your steel chair.
Like, where did that come from?
You were here for that.
I remember like the dude's about to get hit with it. Like,
Oh yeah, he's just like, where the fuck did he pull that out from? It's just some like Looney Tunes bag of holding that's just like doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you take out your steel chair. You gonna smoke him with it?
Yeah, reckless.
Okay, yeah. As the steel chair comes, when it comes crashing down, then it hurts inside. Yeah, that hits. 24 to hit as the unsafe chair shot goes directly into his CTE sponsor, dick blood. It smashes down with the chair that literally crackles with electricity as he does it. Roll me damage. So 11 points of damage. Just spoke fucking kill him. All right, let's see. That is fucking Christ. You got it. All right.
And the edge of the shield share. Edge of
Yeah. Are you coming back with it?
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely. Come back up. Just pop. Give me another attack roll, sir. One more attack roll. 22. All right. Give me a hit. So give me damage. Give me damage. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Cool. Is that it? As you hit him twice, he felt it. He felt both of those hits for sure.
Oh, with my bonus, I'm gonna spit at him.
You spit at him, yeah. Give me intimidation. For your second spit, you get intimidation. As we stack up saliva counters. Okay, yeah. So he is definitely not happy, and he's wondering why you continue to resort to this.
Why?
You're crazy, and that's intimidating. So yeah. All right. So next is going to be the one you just hit, Blood Hunter 4. 3, yeah, 3. Um, 2 more shots at you, buddy. First one's a 19. Second one is 25. Six points of slashing damage again. Nice chip, just chipping him away. As like your skin is like when you're focused like this, your skin is almost it's so like stone almost. So like it's chipping. You're so tense with it. Yeah, and he's gonna be done after that. It's D's.
All right. So, which ones? I know we're all like close-ish together.
Yes.
So there's 3, because 2 on Navi, 2 on.
There's 2 on Reinhardt. Well, yeah, there's 2 on Reinhardt, 2 on Dick. The one on Navi is gone, and the last one left on top of that is right next to you.
Oh yeah.
There's the one that's been chipping you away.
Yeah.
We call them Blood Hunter 4.
Okay. I'm going up to Blood Hunter 4. First thing I do is my unarmed strike.
Yeah.
18.
That hits.
Yes. I'm gonna that 8. I'm gonna do it again, and then we'll do another unarmed strike on him. Move.
Okay.
Oh no, that's an 8.
That's a miss. It's quite frankly tragic.
Dang it! I know. I forgot what the other thing was, but I don't think it's. No, it's not.
You have your bonus action.
My bonus action. I don't need to hit to use my flurry of blows as a bonus action, do I?
No. All you need to do to use Flurry of Blows is to take the attack action as your action. So like you can't let's say like if you were mage, you can't like cast the spell then say Flurry of Blows as your bonus action, or you can't like do an advanced like persuasion check, some elaborate persuasion check as your action, and then go as my bonus action I will Flurry of Blows. No, you have to actually attack them first. Whether you hit or miss isn't important.
Okay, so I'm flurry and blows in that dude. Come on, come on, come on. Not 20. 20.
Roll me some damage.
Get 10 plus. I was wondering if I can use Crusher and then use a key point to stun him.
So Crusher automatically takes place. So because you critted him, everybody has like its advantage on attacks. Everybody has advantage on attacks on him automatically. You can choose to shove him with your crusher. That can happen, and you can use your key point as well. These are
That's-
all abilities that happen on hit.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to shove him, and as I'm shoving him, I want to punch him in the chest so hard that he
Yeah.
gets stunned when he stops.
And I will also say, just so you know, because you crit, well, you didn't say it beforehand. That's something you do actually have to call it. Like whether you're using like your radiant or psychic would have to happen at the time of the punch. But yeah. Okay, so you're gonna crusher him, move him, and you need a con save for stunning strike. I think is that what you're asking for?
Yes, it said.
Okay.
Hold up, I have it in my cheat sheet. Where'd it go?
Okay, not good. Hold up. I do not know what their con is. It's not bad, but not good enough either. So that's gonna be a 12.
They need DC 14.
He is stunned. Like, you have pushed him and stunned him in play. What I think is that you popped him and then like you hit him so hard in the gut that it made him skid, and he is like incapacitated from heaving over. Is how I see it. As
Okay.
this Jackie Chan movie continues, like, yeah, and
That's on me.
also you have another hit because you flurry of blowed.
Uh, yeah, you know what? I'm about to just backhand him because I can.
Yeah. So you punch him, he skids over, and then you walk up and just continue. You do the Henry Cavill reload,
That was a 9.
reloading your fist real quick. He's stunned, so you have advantage on the attack, and you also critted him, so you had advantage on the attack from Crusher.
17.
17 will hit. Give me damage.
Okay, 4. 4 still.
Okay. Yeah, you ruined this guy's day with this turn. You
But
just fucked him up. He dodged a couple, but you just mink, just pushed him, stunned him. The stunning strike had such a physical impact on him that when you hit him with the other punch, he barely felt it, and that's why it was min damage.
okay.
Barely felt it. Like he's still processing the other pain. So you crack him square and he's just like, what just happened? Yeah, that's good damage. That's good everything. Like everything is fantastic.
I just look at Navi like, it's good to be back.
Yes, it rather is. Okay. After you, it's that guy you just ruined. And because he's stunned, he don't get to do nothing. So we will skip his turn and we go to Navi. Uh, there are 5 left. Oh, Reinhardt is got like not very many drops of blood left. Uh, so we got to bring that one back. D's taking some damage for sure.
But I'm
Dick,
good. Good.
Dick should still be okay. Like he's definitely taking some hits. Like those 6s will add up if he takes them every fucking turn. But I don't think you're the only person you're worried about falling right now. I believe is Reinhardt, who still at this point has 2 people on him. It's technically like 10 feet from you, so like he would be like right next because these pulled up next to you, and has been trying to push everyone away from you. So like you're seeing these trying to fight people off of you, and yeah, yeah, awesome. I'd say you can get with that. You could get the one that's in front of D's, and if you maneuver it right, actually give me a D6. Give me a D6 roll real quick.
Oh, yeah, that dude can't move.
5. Cool. So if you line it up right, you could get a perfect line from a certain angle to get the one in front of these and both of the ones on Dick. Okay. Shazam. Uh-huh. Sure. Guy directly in front of D's. Well, he's stunned. Hmm.
He just blows up.
Uh, give me 1 second. Hmm. Trying to see how bad this is for this guy. What kind of save is this? Stunned creatures automatically fail strength and dex saving throws.
Work, make the dream work.
So this combo that you have going on here is quite funny. So the first guy directly closest to you, will take all of this. The other two, I will roll. Oh god, the first one's a fail. All right. Second one is absolutely a pass. That is a 17. Half of what was the damage? So half would take 15. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Hmm. 15. That's crazy. Uh hmm. you have you see the one directly in front of D's gone. Just sizzled. And the one that failed in the further side also gone. The guy who lived barely up. I will note that the last two, Blood Hunters 5 and 6, are looking a little bit more healthy than the others. I'll just say that. They haven't gotten the brunt of this. Got hit a little bit, for sure. But you're currently staring down 3 Blood Hunters, one who is at death's door, and the other who is looking quite the other two are looking quite chipper. I'll just say that as one of each. Yeah. Yeah. So that's your turn. Cool. Okay. Plan reevaluation time. Plan reevaluation time. Um, what would they do knowing this? Um, Blood Hunter 5 is currently on Reinhardt. I think he's going to take the shot. He's going to continue his oppressive. Look at this. As first one's a 20 to hit. 8 points of slashing damage on the first one. Are you good? All right.
14 health. Yep.
Okay, good. 24 on the second. I forgot. All right. 6 more points of damage. As both those hits kind of slice into you as he's like desperately trying to drop the numbers a bit. Blood Hunter 6. Our last old buddy. Dick Blood. get this will work eventually. They know it will. So they're just gonna hit. First one is a nat 20. Second one is a nat 20 on the other die. Like, 25 points of slashing damage reduced to 12. As we head back to, to the crazy scene in Zadash. And I will say, for the sake of time, after this scene is over, we're going to close up. We will finish this next time we get together. As the combat on the other side is actually almost done. You guys have, there's still some danger in there, but you guys have done pretty well to navigate through it. James, as you begin to dig deeper, you would be running through a sprawling laboratory of sorts, like scientific experimentation of like the arcane and non-arcane will be happening here. So the usual things that you will be seeing here, like tables, equipment, arcane of stuff, just miscellaneous nerd shit would be here. And as you go deeper, you would see that a lot of this has been crushed in, fucked up completely. This like modern take, especially for this time on the structure of the place, is like glass doors and marble marble tops and stuff like that. It's just like, why? It's like, why? But it looks super fancy. Like there's no other place you've been in that really looks like this stylistically.
Even coming from Hupperdook, I'm like, this shit looks super breakable. What the hell is wrong with these people?
Because you from Hupperdook will be pissed at this. Because it is, you're all about functionality and stability. That's all Hupperdook makes. Is like, we need to make quality shit. What is this style you speak of? Like, so to see that there is like an attention to detail, to just like, it looks cool, and that's part of why they do it. Is it doesn't compete with you, especially when these people are supposed to be smart, and you know for a fact that they are smart. So it's like, why do you care about this stuff? So as you're going, it's like going through the laboratory work in Resident Evil 2. That's kind of how it feels like in this. This very cold, sterile environment where like scientists' bodies are sprawled all across the place, everywhere. As you can see that there is a clear path that they're taking. I will say, give me an investigation check as you're going to see if you can read the clues on what the fuck is happening here, as you're going in.
Yes. 22.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Gotta look up some stuff. Okay. The Warforged, right, upstairs are usually using mostly physical moves. They're usually just bludgeoning or using weapons that have been integrated into their working. As down here, you're not seeing many signs of like physical damage, like a weapon being involved. Everything that's happening here is like someone with magic, like high level magic, is down here. You see, let me get this straight. You do see burns on some of the bodies here, but not like fire burns, but something that would be more like acid burn. That it reads off to you, like welting up their skin.
Don't you tell me a frog is down here. Don't you tell me a frog is down here, Jorge. I swear to God.
All you hear is ribbit.
Give me a survival check.
Fair. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a big old 10.
Uh, you think in your mind real quick, you're just like, there better not be a fucking frog in here.
I swear to God, there was a
And-
frog in here.
And there's a big frog here. You look around and you're kind of like paranoid about it. You're like, let's see, is there really a frog here? You see stuff and you see like footprints around, like vague footprints, and you're just like, that can be web feet. That can absolutely be web feet.
You know what I'll do? If this is something with web feet, or if this is something animalistic in nature, you know what animals react to? Noise. So I'm going to take a pen somewhere on a table, use a little bit of magical tinkering, and just make a beeping noise. I'm going to toss the pen.
Interesting. Interesting. Since you've gotten in here, you haven't really heard any human life around. And in a place like this, especially when you throw the beeping sound, you would hear like echoes. Like the acoustics in here are fantastic. Like, you would be able to hear sounds if people were making them. So you throw in the beeping goes. You down the hallway here. This is like a labyrinth of a fucking sub basement of whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's a huge twisting and turns. At this point, I'd say you've walked a good amount of just like walking and following the path of destruction, as you know that this is just like whatever. You follow the dead bodies and you'll find what you're looking for, kind of thing. Further in, you do hear like a loud like rustle, like a loud like fidget, like someone noticed the beeping or something noticed the beeping. Nothing is running out or into. If anything, give me a perception check.
18.
Running deeper into the labyrinth, clearly. Running deeper into this basement. But with your perception check and being able to kind of decipher the noises, because there isn't really anything interfering with the noises that you're hearing here, so you could kind of clearly almost give it insight to what they might be doing. They're looking for something here. There's something that they're looking for that's down here, and if they're still here, it means they don't have it.
Question.
Yeah.
I could generally gauge direction.
Yeah, you can.
How far? Are they within 60 feet?
No. It's not loud enough. Is this like the fire giant all over again with the loud banging? You could hear them, but it's faint enough to know that they are a distance away. You would have to do some more trekking in. But you also feel like you're probably not going to run into anything on the way there. Probably nothing impeding your movement.
That's the best thing I've heard in this situation. So that's good. I'm gonna keep moving forward until I can get.
News gets worse and worse, and then it doesn't. Then it's just like no obstacles. We're okay. All right.
This isn't bad.
Yeah. Are you trying to be stealthy about it?
I mean, I have disadvantage, so I will do my best to try, but I will fail. So I'll give it the old college try.
Let's let Exandria decide that. Go roll me some dice for this.
$12.
Okay. You think you think you're doing okay? Like,
I guess.
you think you're doing fine. As you get deeper and you're carefully walking, you stumble upon an area that's labeled high priority would be the label here. As you're getting into that. Um, let's just see if they will notice your 12. Let's just see if what's happening here would notice your 12. Uh, because you did the beeping beforehand, they will be actively listening. So they're no longer using their passive perception, which would have absolutely carried them there. But the difference between passive and active is you either would notice it, but if you ever like try, it's like if you ever tried really hard looking for something and you didn't find it, but the second you stopped looking for it, it was right in the corner of your eye. It's kind of like that's the difference between passive and active. Sometimes like this. So if you put somebody on alert, maybe they'll look in the wrong place. So, okay. They heard you. All right. You are coming up across a kind of like a long hall, like corridor, where when you turn that corner, you'll see them because you can hear them that close as they haven't moved. And they are. What languages do you speak?
I can speak Common, Draconic, Gnomish, and maybe Orcish, but I'm not really sure if we've established whether or not if I can actually speak Orcish or not.
You can speak Orcish. You're fine.
We got throw Orcish on
All
there.
right. In Draconic, you would hear before you even turn that corner. You would hear in like a very rustled voice. How are we going to get this open? We need what's inside. And the person he's talking to is speaking Draconic, but you could tell that this is not their like native tongue. Oh, and they speak as they are. There's a lot more gargle, a lot more kind of trying to enunciate, a lot of intent to enunciate, but they're doing okay. Where it's just like we could just break it open, and he's just like we don't know what that will do, and they're just talking, kind of just idly about that as they're looking around.
I would like to Rainbow Six, peek the corner, and blast them with fairy fire.
Okay.
And then go back.
Let us take that a step at a time.
Okay.
No. I just want you to see what you're looking at before you decide that that's the right course of action.
Okay.
You peek over, and there are two figures there. The first one, well, at the very least, you could tell there are no frogs here. No frogs. You misread it. But you saw his web feet would have actually like, oh yeah, that could be like talons, draconic feet of sorts as another cloaked figure. This one without their mask on, the black dragon of the group. You see as a kind of like slender average build for a dragonborn, so still like 7 feet tall. As you would know that this is Vorkus of the Draconic Knights. Not the most surprising person to find here, considering everything that's happening. What is surprising is the individual standing next to him. It's hard to explain what you're seeing because you don't have any reference point, but you know for a fact you're looking at a turtle. Yeah, a turtle. A turtle man of gray skin. A staff made of bone, with the top of it being a spiraling amount of skeletons. And spikes coming off of his shell. It's like if he's like a heavy metal turtle. It's probably the best shorthand I have for it. You could tell he's a mage from first glance. And that
So-
when you peek over with that intent, you go, oh.
Yeah, okay. So it's like, Dragon Age, when you ready up magic, how your hand just starts glowing, you sit there like, all right, I'm about to cancel. Oh. I'm going to think about this for half a second. I'm going to say, so I'm going to think to myself, it's now or never. Either I wait for them to figure it out, I wait for them to get through the door, or I go see what they want and possibly die trying. And spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, it's the fucking ladder. I'm turning that corner and saying in Draconic. We said his name is Vorkus, right?
Vorkus, yeah. You know the Black Draconic Knight. His name is Vorkus.
Vorkus
I
of,
should say Vorkus.
Vorkus of the Draconic Knights, a legendary figure to be found in parts like these, is an honor. But you, sir, I don't know your name.
Give me an insight check with advantage on Vorkus when you state who he is and where he's from.
Okay.
Because you might have approached this in the best way.
18.
18. He hasn't been referred to as that in a very long time. And with the stuff that you've encountered with Calthrin and his inner battle, maybe you can leverage that here.
So does he say anything in response to what I said before I continue?
I think they'd both respond. Vorkus would say, in Draconic, and to make this more appropriate, when he turns his body completely over, there is a human side of his face. Like, it is consistent with the rest of the cloaked figures here. He in Draconic would say, like, who has taught you that name? How do you know? I am not the person you speak of. And the person next to him, this turtle, looked a little concerned by the fact that he's just like, and he kind of like, what did you say anything to the turtle man too?
I asked him his name.
You will, as he will speak to you in common. My name is not important, as you will not be among the living to remember it. As he will reach his hand out, and I would need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Okay. This is going to be horrible. I'm not looking at the screen. 60. Not good enough, obviously.
You just passed. Wow. You feel momentarily as if you were being compelled to drop your weapons. And you fight that urge.
I'm going to respond. So I step back a little bit in common. Is that like a command or something? Hold on. Let's work this out. You need to get in there, and I'll answer your question in turn. First, I learned of the name through a certain haunted house that had drawings on the wall. That of Calthrin no Cool. I believe he's going mad in search of some vestiges, maybe, to do some plot of which I don't know, but I would love to be the end of. Why you are here in front of this vault, I don't know. And to be honest, with the size of with the skills of that man you got behind you, I don't want any problems. I I could say I'm maybe capable, but I'm a smart man. I may be a little out of my depth.
Okay, we're getting somewhere here. The name drop of Calthrin forces a reaction out of both of them. The turtle, rather nervous. Vorkris, furious.
Before he could react. And it gets worse. There's some guy named Mordai that just so happens to have the blood-stained mace. And if you would believe it, I think I might have just run away from that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this is funny. um, the turtle would say, before you went on that extension of what you just said, the turtle would try to cut you off and be like, "You will stop with these vile words. You will stop speaking this filth." And as he's trying to slam his like staff on the floor, you see Vorkris just hold it. He speaks the name Calthrin. Why does that name mean something to me?
If the story goes how I remember it, you were all part of the Draconic Knights. However, it appears, as you stated, that is not what you call yourself, meaning that there was a change. Something has happened.
And you could see that this turtle doesn't really have the physical stature or physical capabilities to go against Vorkris. So he's like trying to pull his staff back, and it's not really working, as it's not budging. As Vorkris is looking at it, he goes, "Krull, explain what he is saying. Why does this mean so much to me?" And he's just like, you see the turtle bugging out. It's just looking at him like, "You're in no position to ask questions. Do as you're told. Silence him right now."
Seldir Decoria, Shahir Yabis, Kazaya Hanar. Do those names mean anything to you?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
That's trigger memories.
No.
No.
Yeah. What? 21.
Every name that you call out, you could feel his hands squeezing the staff harder and harder, and to the point that the last name you make, he just snaps it clean. Just and
Could I mending that? Or is that like broken?
give me an Arcana check. Not for okay. That little interaction gave you a lot more than you would have thought. It's not very easy to break arcane staffs with your hand. Very abnormal thing to do. You imagine there was a magical aspect to just that one little to it. Can you mend it? No. Like, when you say mend it, like, what you do know about it is that because it is snapped and broken, the magical properties of it are no longer there. So whatever this staff was, It no longer is.
Oh, so he's not a threat anymore. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Um. uh. Tor- Krull, as his name is. His name is Krull. Um. Panicking. uh. Now, you may be feeling a certain type of way, and I will explain everything to you the second you remove him from this. You do not want me to call the boss. You know what happens when I call the boss.
So if it's not Mordai and it's not Calthrin, who is your boss?
Okay, so Vorkris will look over at Krull and he will say, if you do not explain to me right now, I will tell him the boss's name. Explain to me. And you just see the turtle kind of just crack up there, like, go ahead and try. Do what you must. Trust me, you're better off just following directions. And
No, I don't think he likes direction.
I don't think he has a choice. And just the thought of that, this like moment of clarity, you could also see him like fighting physically with himself as the commands that he's being given are things he's actively fighting against, both mentally and physically, as he is fighting the urge to walk towards you with a weapon. And he's just like, you filthy. The boss's name is is
I raise a hand up. Out of game. We fought Shireen, right?
what happened?
We fought Shireen before
You
this
did.
point.
You did fight Shaheen, yes.
Okay. I will say Shireen wasn't strong enough to stop this influence. I know this. I know you have this in you.
You see him go under his cloak and draw this incredibly ornate and really fucking nasty looking at the same time scimitar from his waist. But when he goes to like hit Krull, like he can't put any force behind it. There is like something stopping him to do it. Even in this moment of clarity, he can't muster up enough to do what he wants to do. And Krull is just sitting there laughing in the corner. He's like, well, apparently this was a complete waste. Yeah,
Just shoot him.
Yeah, you can shoot him. You could shot him at any point.
I'm just gonna start natural 20.
Give me 1 second, because you're not gonna like this one.
Why he's doing that?
I am not gonna like this one. I believe you. I wholeheartedly believe you.
Is it safe to assume that a turtle is like a human turtle?
Yes, humanoid turtle.
Okay, because I don't know why I was just laughing at the idea of something called a turtle.
Yeah. Fun fact about turtles: abnormally high ACs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see.
I was about to say just knock him on his back.
Um,
Like,
Knock him prone. He's on his back.
Roll me damage.
next fight, D's versus Turtle.
Calm 23 points of damage.
Okay. You're not gonna like this because as a reaction, Vorkris is gonna jump in the way of the bullet. As he will take 23 points square in the chest. And from behind him, Kroll is going to peek his little turtle head out with a grin and go, "You're going to have to do a lot better than that. You really don't understand what's at work here. And you won't live long enough to find out either." As we will cut from you and go to Alsis, as this will be our closing segment of the session. You got him to talk clearly, but you have not won. like,
Oh, you do trip him and put him on his back and then just start punching him in the chest.
yeah. Alsis, you are standing in the. Good job, James. You got a lot of stuff done there and didn't die automatically. Without the name drops, this would have been very bleak. I'm just gonna say that right now. Vorkis would just rushed you down, and it would have been a very, very bad time. You probably would have to fight Zombie James as an enemy. Hey, just FYI, that staff is fucked up.
That staff is fucked up. And listen, Zombie James, y'all don't want these problems. This shit right here is kind of nasty, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
To close us off, you see Groon fighting off and winning against Warforged as others pile out of the main unit, the main entrance, basically walking past the sand put out to the courtyard as they begin to flood the courtyard. You and Roy see this as there's an explosion from the side. Brings back memories. The explosion brings back memories for sure. Trauma.
Hey, that brings back trauma, not memories.
Traumas are memories you don't want, all right? But they're memories nonetheless. What is your first reaction? First thing you're going to do when you see this happening, as Roy sees Calthrin and he knows what it's like for his fist to touch Calthrin's face because it happened many moons ago. And Roy is a lot stronger than he was before. I'll say that. As no hesitation, Roy runs into the field to help out the Dawn Marshal. Alsis, what do?
You said my shield was vibrating.
Your shield is vibrating. It's from Calthrin. He's here. And that's never good.
So how far away is?
I would say from where you're at, he's like 40 feet.
Because if I use all of my,
I'm not hearing a
what I
lot.
want to do.
Yeah.
So if I use all of my movements, try to get to 30 feet of. I wanted to, but I just. Did you get any of that?
I got everything but the important words.
It sounds like you're trying to curse us out.
Yeah, it sounds like a BET edit of what you're trying to say.
Shield, shove, Catherine. But I want to all of movement. But
Oh, okay. You want to shove him, but you're not close enough.
yeah,
Okay. Um,
I can't. There's no way for me to close the distance at all, right?
I mean, you can intend to close the distance if you want. If you, are you going to start like running toward him? I will say,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
as Roy beeline towards, Calthrin,
Yeah.
a Warforged cut him off, and he is now engaged in combat with one of the Warforged at the moment.
Well, I have
So you
yeah.
can, yeah, you can do what you want. As you can see, Calthrin here, he's just like taking in what he's looking at. As you're feeling that he's looking for something. He knows he's in the right place. He just has to figure out exactly where he's going.
All right.
Uh,
Cool. So I use all of my movement,
mhm.
and when I that I want calm emotion at second level, so that has a it lasts for like a. I attempt to suppress strong
Okay.
humanoid. He count
Uh,
as a humanoid?
yes, yes, he does.
Okay,
He
just want to
he,
make
he is
sure.
a humanoid. Dragonborn are humanoids, so yes, they are. They are. I will say, um, calm emotions. The viability of that would be kind of weird because you can calm emotions him, and let's say it works.
Uh-huh.
There are a bunch of warforged that might just jump you for your troubles. As the second you start to use your movement to come forward, there are warforged that will start. Like there's a warforged that will start running toward you.
That
But if you want, we could run it. We could run the calm emotions if you wish.
hold up. So Roy is engaged with a war force. How
Yeah,
far away is?
he is kind of close to you, like 20 feet. I would say before you start moving, he's 20 feet away from you.
It's gonna require math. All right.
Yeah,
Backtrack.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
There's like a Power Ranger scrum where like everyone's like ha, ha, huh, ha, like in place. You know how they use like this dumb versus putties, but the putties here have a bunch of hit points and are really
all right, cool.
dangerous.
Since we ran it back, I still haven't made my movement.
Yeah, you have not. You're at the beginning of your turn.
Cool.
You're watching
Okay.
things happening. You're watching as the Warforged start to kind of spread out. There are like people who are coming up to engage them, like not as strong as Roy is, so they're like coming in bunches and they're not winning.
So since Roy's 20 feet away, I mean he's feet away, or
Yeah,
10 or 20 feet away
20 feet away from you.
from Calthrin.
Calthrin is 40 feet. Before you start moving, Roy is 20 feet away from you. Calthrin is 40 feet away from you.
So that means 20 feet away from Roy. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so he's
All right.
20 feet away
I
from Roy.
I ask because I'm gonna use all reliable. I want to use spike growth and point it where Calthrin spike growth
Yeah.
has.
Uh-huh. Okay. Um, yeah, you
Fine.
can dump the spike growth on a place where Catherine is like at the center of, and Warforged are kind of running towards and out of, slowing them down.
That's
Um,
why I had to ask. Roy
yeah,
he'll be just outside the spike.
yeah, sure.
All right. At
Roll me 8d4, and I'm gonna give it to all of the Warforged here.
work with me.
Because it's 2d4 plus for every step they take, basically. And they're robots. They're not exactly gonna stop. Like,
Eight, right?
yeah, yeah,
Eight,
yeah,
right?
yeah. 8d4, 8d4.
Let's go. Kind of lag.
Come on,
Come on.
some big damage.
18.
Not bad at all. Okay, they'll all take 18 on their way out. It slows them down because we're not an initiative. It does give more people time to crowd in. Um, as this is beginning to unfold, you can see that Roy is losing to the Warforged the further that we go in there. Um, Roy is doing his best to stay in the pocket here, as he is 1v1ing it, but you can tell if this goes on uninterrupted, he will eventually lose. He is not he's not here. You have fought a Warforged one-on-one before. You know how lopsided that is. um, he is a very talented fighter, but he isn't that much better of a close combat that he will be able to take one out. Grun, on the other hand, having his way. Like, Grun, on the other hand, just finishes one of the Warforged over, and he's like moving on to another one, and he is trying to like beeline his way to Cal Thrin. Like, he's trying to get up to him. He also does not care about this spike growth at all. Like, he will run through it. It does not matter. Doesn't mean anything to him. There is a moment where one of the Warforged breaks through. And you can see that they're almost like getting within melee range of you, Alsus, as they go. And as soon as like tries to throw a punch, you just see an arrow like knock his hand off. Knock his hand back as you look up, and from the roof, you see a 7-foot red dragonborn man looking down as Silruk is taking the sniper position up. Roy fighting for survival as it seems like the final blow is going to be made. The Warforce comes down and you see a boxing glove, parry it. Steadfast comes in and it is helping out as Roy is he looks like Ippo in the after fight. Just everything is messed up completely, and Steadfast is here. You see that he is like radiating that heat he was during the ping pong fight as he is scorching fire with a like very different boxing glove than you've seen. Like, you could tell there's some mechanical contraption to it. As you don't know, only Dick knows this up to this point, but he uses like trick gloves. He uses different gloves when he fights. As we go, and as they continue to pour out from behind, like you see like the scorching blue flame come from the main gate as one of the Warforged scorched kind of like falls through the door, as you see Amon Togar in full armor coming to meet everybody, blocking off the gate and escape points. And before we cut off for the night, from behind you, Alsus, a man with a blood red mace comes up, swings it back as far as he can, and strikes it down halfway as a gigantic blade, maybe about 8 feet long, cuts it off. As far this huge monster hunter weapon of a blade, and at the end of it, you see Vanessa in full blue and yellow heavy plate armor.
Yes. Fear in action.
Yeah. Holding it in place, and she looks mean, intent, ready to go. As for the first time in this campaign, you see Vanessa ready to fight. And all of a sudden on this courtyard, the Stormbringers have come together and have joined the fray. And that is where we will end tonight's session. And I could finally share a picture of Nessa in the content pictures because she's one of the only people I could not share because I did share her from our solo session. I shared Nessa because that's her in armor in the character pictures. She's the last one there. But yeah, that's how she shows up. if you look in the character pictures, the very last picture is her. She looks divine. Like when she pulls up with a big ass like bleach style sword. Just like
guy.
Yeah, there's like a
What the
blue
that
and,
Gene
and
Ichibaru.
yeah, blue and gold hilt with like wings coming out of it. Um,
This feels like gut, cloud, all like the Buster Sword, like so.
yeah, as yeah, it is Calthrin, Mordai, the Warforged against the Trialforge. And we will see what happens next time. Thank you so much, guys, for sitting with us. If you have, definitely a this is one of those bullet point moments where I was like, we're gonna have this kind of fight eventually, and I figured today would be a good eventually for this. It's just complicated by the fact that the whole party isn't here in this spot, because I know everybody would be like, what the fuck is going on when they show what the fuck is going on. James doing his own thing, chasing a bounty about as high as anyone has ever seen, but saying the right things, saying the right. I'm telling you, without the name drop, it would have been very bad. Engaging without the name drops would have been suicide. Guarantee you. Guarantee you.
See, good thing it was you, because I would be like, your friend, the other one and the other one, dead.
We killed them, but we didn't want to because they're not so bad, but they're pretty bad because you guys deserve to. You don't really deserve to die, but you guys deserve to stop. And like you would have been dead by the time you got through that sentence. Yeah. So it leaves us with some of our friends finishing off the Blood Hunters, many a couple cities away, while James is trying to do the impossible, and Alsace has the backing of the Church of Cord in this fight against Calthrin and the Warforged. Zadash is under siege, and there are multiple points of attack. Yeah. So have a good night, everybody.